Riles here with another theory, and I'm all riled up because today I'm going to prove my theory without using any extra story details from New Game Plus. That's right, by just using the first part of the story, I've gathered enough evidence to prove that Hinako tried to kill herself and succeeded in the end, but I'm going to explain all that soon. The story in this game goes that Hinako's father Kanta started a restaurant, but it failed, so he went into debt. He began to use Hinako to make money. Letters in her home show that a man was grooming her for his purposes. Kanta was receiving money every time this happened. All the while, Hinako's family life was not going well. Kanta was a drunk and always verbally and possibly physically abusing her mother Kimi. Hinako hated her parents, her father for being an abusive drunk, and her mother for putting up with it. Memory scenes in Hinako's house show this many times. Hinako was depressed, especially after her sister Junko left and eventually died in an accident, because if she was alive, it would have shown her face in cutscenes, plus her skin when shown in the cult is gray and pale. There are also multiple drawings of a car accident hung up in the middle school. Hinako was mad that her sister left, as journal entries show, so Hinako always turned to Shu for this, and he gave her pills that usually helped his family's other clients. Little did he or Hinako know that the White Claudia flower, or the Hakkokusou herb, was being used in the pills and contributed to depression-induced psychosis. After Kanta threw a knife at Hinako during one of his fits of rage, she retaliated. In a back bedroom of her house, a giant statue representing her father is shown with a split skull. A letter from her mother says, "How did it come to this?" I believe she killed her mother next and tried to kill herself. She fights her parents in the boss battle in her house, and the whole town is a display of her inner turmoil. The reason why I say tried to kill herself is because she didn't succeed at first. She most likely used the painkillers to overdose, but because they were using Hakkokusou, she got trapped between the realm of the living and the spirit realm. She went into a coma, and during that coma, she heard her friends talking over her. I believe conversations she overhears in the town and in the middle school between Rinko and Shu are things she heard while in a coma.
Hinako, ほっといて。
That bitch.
もう手遅れなの。どうしようもない。
Okay, I hear a lot of monsters. This is stressing me out.
俺もわからないんだ。
Can I see them?
苦しんでる。このままにしておく。花子は苦しんでる。俺には相棒を放っておくことはできない。
いつまで相棒ごっこ続けるの？もうあなたには相棒なんていないんだよ。
Rinko tells Shu multiple times that that girl is dead, and to give up on her.
We're hanging out together. Why is she just like saying, yeah, she did? Okay.
Sakuko is always calling Hinako a traitor, and that she broke their promise.
Sakuko, どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。車が道を塞いでてさ。千鶴や？今は誰かと喋りたくて。私も後から行くね。うん。じゃあね。 裏切り者。
It's from the trailer.
Sakuko later says the promise is that they'd never leave each other. Well, Hinako left her by committing suicide. She left her in the dark, in a dark
This is like
place,
Fatal Frame 2 all over
just like
again.
in the Dark Shrine trials. And it's clear to see that Sakuko is scared of anything dark or being in a dark place all alone with no friends.
Whoa, I just leave her? Wait, why am I so cold all of a sudden?
Another sign of Hinako's depression was a journal entry about the Inari grievance origami that says she didn't like reading them but felt obligated to. She probably didn't like reading them because they were mostly about her. It was clear that the whole town made fun of her for not fitting into gender norms and always playing with the boys. She always played with Shu, Space Wars. The girls said she couldn't play with him anymore, and that resentment was reflected in the celluloid doll. It was always telling Hinako that everyone was against her, and that wouldn't have helped with any psychosis she was having. Not only was Sakuko mad at her, but Rinko was insulting her too. In her coma, Hinako overheard Rinko say that she would finally be rid of the burden that is Hinako, pointing to her inevitable death. During the Rinko boss fight, Rinko says she wants Hinako to die, and Hinako says she will die, and to just forget about her. A lot of people who attempt suicide want to be forgotten because they feel like a burden on everyone around them.
私はあんたの願い通り死んでいなくなるから。だから私のことなんか忘れて幸せに生きなよ。忘れてやる。手伝ってやる。私の記憶から世界からお前の名前なんて全部消えたんですよ。
The final boss battle with the fog monster, which is revealed to be Hinako's final form, the fog monster is told to kill her by Junko, and she does. Hinako is killed by herself.
こんなことだろうと思いました。お姉ちゃん、助けて。これがどれだけ失礼なことか、あなたにも十分分かっているはず。殺しなさい。
To me, they're both Junko, but how does that work?
殺しなさい。さあ。
She's not listening.
それがあなたのためです。死になさい。
This isn't the only instance that Hinako is shown struggling with thoughts of suicide. In her home, her shadow self tells her that they must battle to the death.
何の話をしているの？多分あなたは私で、私はあなたじゃない。そういう気がするの。
So this might be her deep subconscious, right?
私がひなこなら、あなたは誰なの？あ、ひなこなのは同じ。でも心はもう清水ひなこじゃないのかもしれない。わけのわからない言い方はやめて。何の話をしているの？あんたこそとぼけるのはやめて。さっきからなんで何もわからないふりをしているの？ねえ、しっかりと私と向き合って、ちゃんと考えて。
Probably blocked out some trauma.
私はね、あんたをすぐに殺すこともできたんだよ。でもしなかった。なんでかわかる？ちゃんとあんたと清水ひな子と本気で話がしたかったから。私たちは対等に、そして全力で殺し合わなくちゃいけない。なのにあんたは逃げ回るだけ。それどころか真剣に私たちのことを考えようともしていない。
Hinako was obviously been struggling with the thoughts of suicide for a long time and is trapped in this place because of the spiritual medicine that was the white herb and the painkillers. It's very clear throughout this whole game that Hinako killed herself using the pills and ended up trapped between realms. Her friends are struggling with it, angry at her for doing it. The whole town says her family is cursed, and it seems to be true. Hinako causes the spirit realm to bleed into the real world, and her depression brings about the Silent Hill evil, like anyone having issues in Silent Hill games. After all that, I'm sure there's even more evidence to gather, so stay tuned for part 2. Until now, this is Riles, signing off. If you enjoyed the... Until then, this is Riles signing off. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, and if you want to see more like this, hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you thought, and I'll see you next time.